So here we are lurking in the Rom. You may say, why? Friday night, it's free. The Rom, even though it's full of a lot of dead skeletons, can still be a place of amusement and comedy and enjoyment. So let's begin our tour of the Rom on a Friday night. Thousands of years before Christ, you had people toiling in the hot sun for years and decades to bury one guy. And look how advanced they were. Over here, they already built film studios to shoot the making of the pyramids. That's how advanced they were. Wow, when you build pyramids and you dream big, you make a lot of friends, and sometimes you need knives to help people see your vision properly and focus. Knives help your friends see things your way. Like, hey, how about spending the next 40 years of your life building a giant stone monstrosity to my father? How about that? They go, oh, fuck you, man. And then you pull out the knife and you go, sure, it's doable. Oh my God, they've been holding out on us. Look at this, they've got extra bowls. I think my theory is here is that it was hard to carry porridge long distance without them. I mean, running with porridge in your hand probably is not going to be the successful strategy for long-term survival. This is what the Egyptians are famous for, as we can see right here. Gift wrapping their dead. I mean, just ripping out their innards and jamming whatever the Nile floated down to them. And, the Egyptians, their motto was, it's like, it's still good. Half-eaten banana, he's going to need that in the next life. We better, put that in a bag for him. They don't have half-eaten bananas in, the other world, so let's send that to go. Modified cats that you'd go bowling with later, though. You'd stack them up in a row and 7-10 split, and this is like don't make me pull out the alligator, kids. There's like this statue or whatever of like this woman with large breasts holding up her hands. And I was thinking we could just, it's like, that's why the Egyptians are remembered. They had like, voluptuous gods. I mean, gods, as a heterosexual, you could get blind and say, that's a god! Oh, this is a cheap joke though, but how big was that fish? Never mind. Yeah, this is a classic struggle between half man, half horse against nude guy. I mean, it's something we see played out in the playgrounds of today's modern schools all the time, and teacher, the centaur is pulling my hair, and and then she'd break you and the centaur up and everything be okay. Everybody needs a giant olive tree. I mean, look at the size of these things. They were bowling balls. I mean, back then olives were huge. It's only because of genetic engineering that we've shrunk these olives down to puny, diminutive size, and really it's because of our own inadequacies that we feel threatened by large olives. Okay, here we have the skull of a man, here we have the skull of a Neanderthal, here we have the skull of a man who had a lot of enemies, or perhaps just maybe one big enemy. As you can tell by the fissures in his head or whatever, that was definitely somebody who knew how to use stone tools. Or there's another possibility, and only two possibilities, not flossing. And the whole half of his face just fell right off. As you can see here, many Neanderthals were thrown out of work since the last ice age. The Rom is helping Neanderthals by employing them and rediscovering their lost culture, as we can see in this these 4 slides depicted here. So endeth the Rom Tour. So endeth the Rom. And now, back to reality.
Hi!
What's up, buddy? How you doing? You guys been drinking, eh?
Nobody has to see.
We're good.
I was gonna say here too, it's like, it's amazing what you can do with mashed potatoes in 500 years.